Good day everyone, this is May Huranio from Bachelor of Science and Fisheries 4th year Block A. And today, I'm gonna discuss you about fish breeding. So, fish reproduce by hearing live young or by laying eggs. Live bearers give birth to fully formed and functional young called fry. The eggs are fertilized and hatched within the female. Most species of live bearers kept in home aquariums are generally easy to breed. What is the best way to breed fish? Most fish species are stimulated to breed the springtime when the water warms up and daylight lengthens. You can replicate this time in your home aquarium by doing water changes, increasing the temperature setting on the aquarium thermometer, and gradually increasing the length of time the lights are on. So, what is the importance of fish breeding? It serves different purposes, including food production, restoration of threatened and endangered species population, wild stock population enhancement, the building of aquariums and fish cultures, and habitat restoration. What are the types of fish breeding? So, basically, there are three types of fish breeding. The natural propagation or breeding techniques, naturally induced breeding or pond or enclosure propagation, artificial propagation through hyposation. For breeding fish, you will probably need another aquarium and you will also need some tools for that. We will take a look at what exactly you need to breed, how to breed each species, and more. Here are the easiest fish to breed in aquariums. First, the guppy fish. Guppies are known as great breeders. They will not need too much encourage from your part, but you might want to limit the breeding process when it comes to guppies and make it in a controlled environment. For this reason, it is better to provide and buy a breeding aquarium where you will be able to breed guppies. They will breed even without your input at a crazy rate at times. They start breeding when they mature. You can determine maturity in males and females by looking at their colors. Males are much brighter and vivid in color. Another way to determine is that the males have an anal fin and are also smaller than females. Sometimes, it will be enough for you to put males and females in the same tank and they will do their job. Males will identify virgin females on their own. You can use a breeding trap, but it is not recommended because it can stress the fish. Use a separate tank for breeding and also put some vegetation into it to raise the babies. Second is the endlers. Endlers live bearers are special types of guppies, which means that they are great breeders too. They will breed very easily in the right conditions. For endlers, you might need to get a separate tank for breeding too. It is essential that you put only endlers guppies into it because they can mix with other types of guppies. They are a relatively rare species, and for this reason, it is better to put the only endlers in the tank. It is a good idea to have more females than males in your tank. A good ratio would be 3 females to 1 male. In this way, the females will not be overly stressed by mating efforts and attention. When they hatch eggs, it is better to put the babies in a separate tank and raise them there. This way, you will prevent cannibalism which can occur. To raise the fry, you need a separate tank with some vegetation and flake food. The next easiest to breed is the molly fish. Like guppies and endlers, the molly fish are live bearers. This means that they will carry the eggs inside their bodies. And like guppies, they are great breeders and doing so will not prove to be a particularly hard job. When you want to breed mollies, you need to keep in mind that the conditions for breeding should be perfect. Only then will the mollies breed. Females will choose the largest males, which will put on display for the females. It takes up to 30 to 45 days after fertilization for the fry to be released. This is the point where you should step in. You should put the young on one in a separate tank or else they will get eaten. Although, one single female can release to up to 100 babies, it is essential that you put some of them in a separate tank. The fry is easy to care for. All you need to do is to feed them flakes or even broken flakes to help them grow up. The next is the platy fish. These are also known as very prolific breeders. In this respect, they are not too different from the guppies and mollies. They are prepared to breed even without your specific encouragement. They are also live bearers, just like the guppies and mollies. What you should do is put some males and females together in the same tank and provide perfect conditions for breeding. This means that right water temperature cleanliness should be maintained. They will start breeding when they are mature, at about the age of 4 months. When mature, female platyfish are larger than the females. For breeding, make sure to put the fry and grow it in separate tank. This will prevent the newborn fish from getting eaten. Next is the swordtail fish. The swordtail fish are very beautiful fish to keep in your tank. They are not demanding and don't require too much of your time, but they also very active breeders. Swordtail fish are live bearers. Just like the previous fish on this list, the swordtail fish will breed actively without any major intervention from the owner. The first action is probably also much more efficient and will allow you to grow much more fish.